Ever felt like there's more to life than meets the eye? Like there's a secret power just waiting to be tapped into? Well, you're not wrong. There's an amazing principle that's been shaping your life all along, even if you didn't know it. It's called the principle of vibration, and it might sound complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. And here's the kicker. Once you understand it, you can use it to totally change your life for the better. Now you might be thinking, that sounds great, but what's the catch? Here's the thing. If you don't get this principle, you're missing out on something huge. It's like having a superpower, but never learning how to use it. But don't worry, I'm going to break it down for you in a way that's easy to understand. By the end of this, you'll see the world in a whole new light, and you'll have the tools to start making some real changes in your life. Let's start with the basics. The principle of vibration is the idea that everything in the universe is always moving, always vibrating. And I mean everything, from the chair you're sitting on to the thoughts in your head. It's all energy, just vibrating at different speeds. Think about it like this. Have you ever seen those nature shows where they slow down a hummingbird's wings? When it's flying normally, the wings move so fast you can barely see them. But when they slow it down, you can see every tiny movement. That's kind of like what's happening all around us all the time. We just can't always see it. Now, how does this relate to spirituality? Well, it's the foundation for a lot of spiritual ideas. It helps explain how our thoughts and feelings can affect the world around us, and how we can connect with something bigger than ourselves. It's like we're all part of this big vibrating universe, and once we understand that, we can start to work with it instead of against it. Here's a simple example from everyday life. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the vibe was off? Maybe people were arguing earlier, or someone was in a bad mood. You didn't see anything happen, but you could feel it, right? That's the principle of vibration in action. The negative emotions left a kind of energy imprint on the room, and you picked up on it. Or think about those days when you wake up feeling great, and suddenly everything seems to go your way. People are nicer, opportunities pop up, and life just feels easier. That's not just luck. It's because your own good vibes are attracting more good things to you. Understanding this principle is like getting a backstage pass to how the universe works. It's not just some woo-woo idea, it's based on science too. Quantum physics is starting to catch up with what spiritual teachers have been saying for centuries. Everything really is energy, and that energy is always in motion. But here's where it gets really interesting and where you come in. Because if everything is vibrating energy, including your thoughts and feelings, that means you have the power to change your vibration. And when you change your vibration, you change what you attract into your life. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you want to listen to a rock station, you have to tune to the right frequency. Life works the same way. If you want to attract positive experiences, you need to tune yourself to a positive frequency. And that's exactly what we're going to learn how to do. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great, but how do I actually use it? Don't worry, we're going to get into all of that. We'll look at practical ways to raise your vibration, common pitfalls to avoid, and how to keep your vibe high even when life gets tough. The cool thing about the principle of vibration is that once you start working with it, you'll see results pretty quickly. It's not like you need years of training or special equipment. You've got everything you need right now, your thoughts, your feelings, and your intention. As we go through this, I want you to keep an open mind. Some of this might challenge what you've always believed about how the world works. But that's a good thing. Growth happens when we step out of our comfort zones and try new things. Remember, this isn't about completely changing who you are. It's about becoming more of who you really are. It's about tapping into the power that's been inside you all along. You're not learning anything new. You're remembering something you've always known deep down. So, are you ready to unlock your hidden potential? Are you ready to start consciously shaping your reality instead of just reacting to whatever life throws at you? Great. Let's dive deeper into how vibration affects our lives and how we can start using this principle to create positive changes. Now that we've got a handle on what the principle of vibration is, let's talk about how it plays out in our day-to-day lives. Because this isn't just some abstract concept, it's a real force that's shaping your experiences right now. Remember how we said everything is vibrating energy? Well, that includes your thoughts and emotions. Every thought you have, every feeling you experience, is sending out a specific vibration into the world. And here's the kicker. The world responds to that vibration by sending back experiences that match it. It's like you're constantly broadcasting a signal, and the universe is listening. If you're broadcasting a lot of negative thoughts and feelings, you're going to attract more negative experiences. But if you're putting out positive vibes, you'll start to see more positive things coming your way. Now, I know that might sound a bit out there, but stick with me. Think about a time when you were really worried about something. Maybe you were stressed about a big presentation at work. What happened? Chances are your worry made you more likely to make mistakes or forget important details. Your negative vibration actually helped create the outcome you were afraid of. On the flip side, think about a time when you were feeling really confident and positive. Everything just seemed to flow, right? That's because your high vibration was attracting positive experiences and opportunities. This doesn't mean that bad things never happen to positive people, or that every negative experience is somehow your fault. Life is complex, and there are lots of factors at play. But your vibration does have a big influence on your overall experience of life. Here's a real-life example to help illustrate this. Let's say there are two people applying for the same job. They have similar qualifications, but one is feeling confident and excited, while the other is nervous and doubtful. The confident person goes into the interview with a high vibration, making a great impression and naturally highlighting their strengths. The nervous person's low vibration might cause them to stumble over their words or forget important points. Who do you think is more likely to get the job? This principle doesn't just apply to big events like job interviews. It's working all the time, in every area of your life. Your vibration affects your relationships, your health, your finances, everything. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to be surrounded by drama all the time? It's like they're always having conflicts or dealing with problems. That's often because they're vibrating at a frequency that attracts those kinds of experiences. On the other hand, there are people who just seem lucky. Good things always seem to happen to them. That's not luck, it's vibration. Now you might be thinking, but I don't always feel positive. Sometimes life is hard and I feel down. And that's totally normal and okay. We're not talking about pretending to be happy all the time or ignoring real problems. What we're talking about is becoming aware of your vibration and learning how to manage it. It's like learning to play an instrument. At first it might feel awkward and difficult. You might hit some wrong notes. But with practice it becomes more natural. You learn how to create the sound you want. That's what we're doing with vibration. Learning how to play our energy in a way that creates the life we want. Understanding how vibration affects your life is the first step to making positive changes. Once you see how your thoughts and feelings are shaping your reality, you can start to take control. Instead of being at the mercy of whatever thoughts pop into your head, you can choose to focus on thoughts that raise your vibration. This isn't about positive thinking in a superficial way. It's about truly understanding your power as a vibrational being. It's about recognizing that you're not just a passive observer of your life. You're actively creating it all the time through your vibration. As we go forward, we're going to look at specific ways to manage and raise your vibration. But for now, I want you to start paying attention to how you feel throughout the day. Notice when your vibration feels high and when it feels low. What thoughts or situations trigger these changes? Just becoming aware of your vibration is a powerful first step. Remember, you're not alone in this. We're all learning and growing together. The principle of vibration connects us all, and as you start to work with it, you might find that you're not just changing your own life, you're having a positive impact on everyone around you too. So, are you ready to dive deeper? Are you excited to learn how to consciously work with your vibration? Great. In the next section, we'll look at the first key to mastering this principle. Get ready. Your life is about to change in amazing ways. Now that we understand how vibration affects our lives, let's talk about the first key to mastering it: awareness. This might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Being aware of your vibration is like having a superpower that most people don't even know exists. So, what does it mean to be aware of your vibration? It's about tuning into how you feel at any given moment. Are you feeling light and happy or heavy and stressed? Are your thoughts mostly positive or negative? This awareness is the first step to taking control of your vibration. Here's how you can start practicing awareness in your daily life. Set a few reminders on your phone throughout the day. When the reminder goes off, take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What were you just thinking about? Don't judge yourself or try to change anything yet. Just notice. You might be surprised by what you discover. Maybe you'll realize that you spend a lot of time worrying about things that never happen. Or maybe you'll notice that certain activities or people always seem to lift your mood. This information is gold. It's the key to understanding your personal vibrational patterns. The benefits of this awareness can be huge. When you're aware of your vibration, you can catch negative thoughts before they spiral out of control. You can choose to focus on things that raise your vibration, and you'll start to see the connection between how you feel and what happens in your life. Here's a real-life example. Let's say you have a big project at work. Without awareness, you might spend days stressing about it, imagining all the things that could go wrong. Your vibration would be low, and you'd probably struggle with the project. But with awareness, you'd notice those worried thoughts. You could choose to focus on feeling confident and capable instead. Your higher vibration would help you work more efficiently and creatively. Remember, awareness isn't about judging yourself or trying to be positive all the time. It's simply about noticing. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. And as your awareness grows, you'll gain more and more control over your vibration and your life. Now that we've developed awareness, it's time to talk about the second key: making conscious choices. This is where you start actively shaping your vibration instead of just letting it happen to you. Making conscious choices means deciding how you want to feel and what you want to focus on. It's about realizing that you have the power to change your vibration at any moment. This might sound challenging, but with practice it can become second nature. Here's a simple exercise to help you practice making conscious choices about your vibration. The next time you notice you're feeling low or negative, stop and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel right now? Maybe you want to feel calm or confident or happy. Then think of something that gives you that feeling. It could be a memory, a person you love, or a goal you're excited about. Focus on that for a few minutes and notice how your vibration shifts. This exercise can improve your life in many ways. By choosing higher vibrations, you'll attract more positive experiences. You'll handle challenges better, and you'll feel more in control of your life overall. Here's a common mistake to avoid. Don't try to force yourself to feel happy all the time. That's not realistic or healthy. Instead, aim for authenticity. If you're going through a tough time, it's okay to feel sad or angry. The key is to process those feelings in a healthy way, rather than getting stuck in them. I once knew someone who used this principle to completely turn their life around. They were stuck in a job they hated, always complaining and feeling miserable. But then they learned about vibration. They started consciously choosing to focus on the aspects of their job they did enjoy and on their goals for the future. Within a few months, their performance at work improved so much that they got a promotion. And a year later, they had the confidence to start their own business, all because they chose to change their vibration. Remember, making conscious choices about your vibration isn't always easy. It takes practice and patience, but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes, and the results are well worth the effort. We've talked about awareness and making conscious choices. Now let's dive into the third key to mastering vibration: consistent practice. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's not enough to understand these principles. You need to apply them regularly to see real changes in your life. Consistent practice means working with your vibration every day, not just when you remember or when things are going wrong. It's about making it a habit, like brushing your teeth or exercising. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes and the more powerful the results. Here's how you can make vibration practice a part of your daily routine. Start each morning by setting your intention for the day. How do you want to feel? What kind of energy do you want to put out into the world? Then throughout the day, check in with yourself regularly. Are you still aligned with that intention? If not, take a moment to reset. You can also create a list of go-to activities that raise your vibration. Maybe it's listening to uplifting music, going for a walk in nature, or calling a friend who always makes you laugh. When you notice your vibration dipping, choose one of these activities to lift it back up. One of the biggest challenges people face when trying to practice consistently is remembering to do it. Life gets busy, and it's easy to fall back into old patterns. That's why it's helpful to set reminders or link your practice to existing habits. For example, you could check in with your vibration every time you have a coffee break or before each meal. Here's a success story that shows the power of consistent practice. I know someone who struggled with chronic anxiety. They started practicing vibration management every day. At first it was hard. They had to constantly remind themselves to check their thoughts and choose higher vibrations. But after a few weeks, it started to become automatic. They found themselves naturally choosing more positive thoughts and feeling calmer overall. After a few months, their anxiety had decreased so much that they were able to reduce their medication, with their doctor's approval, of course. This story illustrates an important point. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of small, consistent actions over time. You might not see dramatic results right away, but if you keep practicing, you'll look back after a few months and be amazed at how far you've come. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. You're not going to maintain a high vibration 100% of the time, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep coming back to the practice. Every time you choose a higher vibration, you're strengthening that muscle. You're creating new neural pathways in your brain and new patterns in your energy field. Consistent practice also helps you build resilience. The more you work with your vibration, the better you'll get at managing it in challenging situations. You'll be able to bounce back faster from setbacks and maintain your equilibrium in stressful times. So, commit to practicing every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Set reminders, create a routine, and stick with it. Remember, you're not just doing this for yourself. As you raise your vibration consistently, you'll start to positively impact everyone around you. Your high vibration will inspire and uplift others, creating a ripple effect of positivity. It's like learning to play an instrument or mastering a sport. At first, it takes conscious effort and feels a bit awkward, but with consistent practice, it becomes second nature. You become a virtuoso of vibration, able to play the song of your life exactly as you want it. Practical tips to raise your vibration. Now that we've covered the keys to mastering vibration, let's dive into some practical tips you can use every day to raise your vibration. These are simple, effective techniques that anyone can use, no matter where you are on your spiritual journey. First up, gratitude. This is one of the most powerful tools for raising your vibration. Each day, take a few minutes to think about things you're grateful for. It could be big things like your health or your family, or small things like a delicious cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. The more you focus on gratitude, the more you'll find to be grateful for, and the higher your vibration will become. Next, try visualization. Spend a few minutes each day imagining your ideal life. How do you feel? What are you doing? Really let yourself experience those positive emotions. This isn't just daydreaming, it's actually setting your vibration to attract those experiences into your life. Another great tip is to surround yourself with positive influences. This could mean spending time with uplifting friends, reading inspiring books, or listening to motivational podcasts. Be mindful of the media you consume and the conversations you engage in. Are they raising your vibration or lowering it? Physical activity is also a fantastic way to raise your vibration. Exercise releases endorphins, which naturally lift your mood. Even a short walk or a few minutes of stretching can make a big difference. Find a form of movement that you enjoy and make it a regular part of your routine. Meditation and deep breathing are powerful tools for managing your vibration. They help you calm your mind and connect with your inner self. Even just a few minutes of quiet reflection or focused breathing can reset your energy and lift your vibration. One thing to avoid is dwelling on negative thoughts or situations. It's normal to have negative experiences, but try not to let them dominate your focus. When you catch yourself in a negative thought spiral, gently redirect your attention to something more positive. Making these practices a daily habit is key. You could start your day with a gratitude practice, take short breaks for deep breathing throughout the day, and end with a visualization exercise. The more consistently you work on raising your vibration, the more natural and effortless it will become. As you start working with the principle of vibration, you might face some challenges. That's completely normal and part of the process. Let's talk about some common obstacles and how to overcome them. One of the biggest challenges is consistency. You might start off enthusiastic, but find it hard to keep up the practice over time. The key here is to be patient with yourself. If you miss a day or slip into old patterns, don't beat yourself up. Just gently bring yourself back to the practice. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Another common obstacle is dealing with negative people or situations. You might find that as you raise your vibration, you become more sensitive to lower vibrations around you. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life, but you might need to set some boundaries. Limit your exposure to negative influences when you can, and practice shielding your energy when you can't avoid them. Sometimes you might feel like nothing is changing despite your efforts. This is where trust comes in. Change often happens slowly and subtly. Trust the process and keep going. Often, the biggest breakthroughs come right after the moments of greatest doubt. Dealing with setbacks is another challenge. Life will still have its ups and downs, even when you're working with vibration. When you face a setback, remember that it's not a failure. It's an opportunity to practice what you've learned. Use your awareness to notice how you're feeling, make a conscious choice to shift your vibration, and keep practicing. It's also common to feel overwhelmed at times. There's a lot to learn and practice when it comes to vibration. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a step back. Focus on just one aspect of the practice at a time. Maybe spend a week just working on awareness, then add in conscious choice the next week. Build up gradually and be kind to yourself in the process. Remember, everyone faces challenges when working with vibration. The key is to see these challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Each time you overcome a challenge, you're strengthening your ability to manage your vibration. We've covered a lot of ground in our exploration of the principle of vibration. From understanding what vibration is and how it affects our lives, to learning practical techniques for raising our vibration, we've laid the foundation for a powerful transformation. Remember, the principle of vibration isn't just a theory, it's a practical tool that you can use every day to create positive changes in your life. By becoming aware of your vibration, making conscious choices about it, and practicing consistently, you can start to shape your reality in amazing ways. As you go forward from here, keep in mind that this is a journey. There will be ups and downs, challenges and breakthroughs, but with each step, you're becoming more aligned with your true self and your highest potential. Don't be surprised if you start noticing changes in your life as you work with these principles. You might find that your relationships improve, that opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, or that you feel more peace and joy in your daily life. These are all signs that you're successfully raising your vibration. Remember, you have the power to change your life by changing your vibration. It all starts with a choice, your choice. Will you choose to be aware of your vibration? Will you choose to consciously shape it? Will you choose to practice consistently? The power is in your hands. You've always had this ability, but now you have the knowledge to use it consciously. So go forth, raise your vibration, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. Remember, you're not just changing your own life. As you raise your vibration, you're contributing to raising the vibration of the whole world. That's the true power of understanding and working with the principle of vibration. So are you ready to unlock your power and start vibrating at a whole new level? The journey starts now, with your very next thought. Choose it wisely and watch the magic unfold.